In 1940, a specific civilian home fortification technique spread through resistance networks across occupied Western Europe so rapidly that German military administration in multiple territories issued formal prohibitions against it within 18 months of widespread adoption. The prohibition was not because the technique was dangerous to civilians. It was because it worked. Specifically, it worked so effectively at slowing and denying forced entry that it rendered standard door breach procedures largely ineffective without specialized tools requiring significant deployment time. The technique used no electronics, no grid power, no proprietary materials, and no engineering expertise beyond what a competent carpenter could apply in a single afternoon. Before we go into the full construction mechanics, the resource that contains the complete blueprint version of this build and over 70 others like it is the 21st Century Survival Kit MAGA 1.0, link is in the pinned comment right now. Get it now before you continue watching because the full dimensional specifications and material lists are in there and you will want them alongside this explanation. The core system has two integrated components. The first is the heavy-duty timber door reinforcement, not the superficial door frame strengthening most home security articles describe, but the full structural reinforcement system that distributes the force of a breach attempt across the entire wall framing rather than concentrating it at the door jamb where modern residential construction is most consistently inadequate. Standard residential door jambs in modern American construction are built from a single piece of 1-inch thick lumber, a material that fails under approximately 350 pounds of impact force applied at the lock point. A properly applied kick, a battering ram, or a determined shoulder charge produces forces well above this threshold at the jamb's weakest point, splitting the wood and pulling the strike plate out of the framing in 1 to 3 impacts regardless of deadbolt quality. The lock is irrelevant when the framing it attaches to fails first. The 1940s reinforcement approach attacks this at the structural level. The modification is a continuous timber strongback, a full-length piece of rough-cut 4x4 oak or hard maple running from floor to ceiling on the hinge side of the door frame, through bolted to the wall studs behind it at 12-inch intervals using half-inch carriage bolts with fender washers. This single modification transfers the force of any breach attempt from the 1-inch door jamb lumber into the continuous 4x4 member and from there into the bolt pattern connecting it to the structural studs, distributing what was a concentrated failure point into a load path that requires the entire wall section to fail rather than a single jamb component. The force resistance of a correctly installed strongback system exceeds 3,000 pounds at the door jamb, approximately 9 times the failure threshold of standard residential framing. The second component is the hidden entry denial structural system, the piece that the 1940s resistance networks found most effective against coordinated entry attempts and that modern zoning codes most consistently restrict because it creates a structural modification that is not visible from the exterior and that reduces detectability of the security upgrade it represents. This system uses a horizontal timber bar, a full-width 4x6 member spanning the complete interior width of the door opening, seated in angled timber brackets mounted to the framing on both sides. The bar drops into the brackets from above, seating under its own weight in a geometry that prevents upward removal without interior access. The physics of this system are straightforward. Horizontal force applied to the door face is transmitted through the door leaf into the bar, which transmits it laterally into the wall framing on both sides simultaneously. The force path is now perpendicular to the direction of attack rather than parallel to it, meaning the full lateral strength of the framing on both sides of the opening resists the breach force rather than only the jamb on the strike side. The 21st Century Survival Kit MAGA 1.0 contains the full dimensional specifications for both components, the strongback bolt pattern, the bracket geometry for the bar system, and the timber species selection guide for both applications. This is the resource I point to specifically because these dimensions matter. An incorrectly spaced bolt pattern in the strongback system reduces its force resistance by 60 to 70%, and a bracket angle outside the effective range allows the bar to lift under impact rather than seat more firmly. The link is in the pinned comment right now. Modern home security is almost entirely dependent on Wi-Fi connectivity and electrical power. A grid failure, a signal jammer, or a simply cut internet connection renders the vast majority of modern security systems completely inoperative. The 1940s builds we have covered today operate with zero electronic dependencies. They perform identically whether the power is on or off, whether the internet exists or does not, whether the monitoring service is reachable or unreachable. That independence is not a historical curiosity. It is a structural advantage that modern security products have traded away in exchange for convenience and remote monitoring capability. The 21st Century Survival Kit MAGA 1.0 is the complete schematic resource for building heavy-duty, off-grid security systems by hand, over 70 builds with full dimensions, material specifications, and construction sequences. The link is pinned in the comments. Get it, print the relevant builds, and have the specifications in your workshop before you start cutting. Leave a like and drop a comment telling us what your current door security situation looks like, single jamb construction or already reinforced. The 21st Century Survival Kit MAGA 1.0 is the complete schematic resource for building heavy-duty, off-grid security systems by hand, over 70 builds with full dimensions, material specifications, and construction sequences. The link is pinned in the comments. Get it, print the relevant builds, and have the specifications in your workshop before you start cutting.